Welcome back, Western Oregon sports fans. For this preview edition of Wolves Weekly, soccer coach Steve Ancheta. How are you doing today, Steve?
I'm doing great.
Fantastic. Well, I want to talk to you about one of the longest road trips of the year. You guys went down to California early in the season, but you guys might be putting more miles on it this week as you guys go up to Montana State Billings and then make the trip back to NNU before journeying back to Monmouth.
Yeah, it's going to be a long road trip. It's our only one that we fly, so that could help us a little bit too compared to doing the long bus trip to California. But just a lot of different circumstances right now that we've got to really stay focused on a long road trip and hopefully come back with some victories.
And as you say that too, you're taking a little bit of momentum into it. You guys have won 2 in a row, 3-1 in the GNAC right now. You guys go up to Billings, a team that you guys tied with earlier this season at home. Well,
again, we were ecstatic to get that tie, and we're looking forward to playing them again. But we know they're going to be real tough at home, and we're going to have to play a great game to be successful up there. And that's what's about the GNAC. There's never an easy game.
Tell me a little bit about some of the keys in that game. We know that Montana State Billings has a very good scorer up front, leading the GNAC in goals still, and she's a very dynamic player, as we saw here with the header.
Yeah, they're scoring goals. Last week they beat someone 5-1, and so we know they got two strikers that are very talented, and we got to keep them off the board and see if someone else has to score for them maybe, but we'll be ready. We'll start preparing this afternoon and getting ready for the match.
Fantastic. Your next match will be Northwest Nazarene. As you mentioned, a little bit of travel off that one. You guys had the opportunity to play them here. Got one of your 3 GNAC victories with a 3-0 win against them. Marina Austin scores 2 goals, and Katrina Kem gets the other one in the net as well. So talk to me just some of the keys you have to do to make sure you stay focused after playing such a tough opponent and then the long road trip.
Well, the second game is always the toughest. I think the first one, you're healthy, you're ready, you're focused. And it'll be for both teams second game of the weekend, but they'll be at home. But you've got to stay really focused and be able to play 90 minutes and give yourself a chance to win on the road. And you got to play some solid soccer.
What can fans expect to see out of the Northwest Nazarene team? Are they a defensive-minded team? Or do they have a couple good strikers? What do they bring?
Well, I think that they're a solid little group, and they play well at home overall. And I don't know if they exactly have someone that you just really have to watch, but I think they have a couple players up front that we're going to have to be prepared for. And again, teams most of the time play better at home, so we're going to have to be able to play a lot better than when we saw them here.
Well, as you mentioned, sometimes those ones are even more scary when they have multiple options that can score and you don't just focus on one individual that is maybe their best player. But yeah, we appreciate you coming in, and the following week you guys will be back at home. It's been a while since you guys have been here, and we're not going to look too far ahead, as I know we won't get any scouting report on those ones. Yeah. But at the same time, fans will have another chance to come back home and watch you guys play. It's Central Washington there, and then
Seattle Pacific. Yeah, so that'll be our last 3-game stint coming home. So we'll be looking forward to coming home and playing our last 3 games and our last one senior day in the early November.
Fantastic. So, well, Steve, I just want to say thank you for joining me in studio again, and thank you all for watching this preview edition of Wolves Weekly.